It is NBA action. The Los Angeles Clippers control the tap. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Beyond the arc for three. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And the rebound taken in by George.
Hey, lock up.
Knocked loose. Clips able to recover. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Pelicans have the basketball. The drive, right to the back, stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Kawhi Leonard. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
The jumper's off the mark. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Pelicans have it. Kawhi Leonard sends it away. Pelicans recover. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Oh, the defense has to be so deflated on this one. You played great D for 23 seconds.
Short jumper off the mark.
Yo, clear out.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Baseline drive. And the slam.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
For three, knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Driving right to the basket. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Pelicans have it. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 14. Rejected. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Time to shuffle things up. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, emphatic slam.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. It's George for two. Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Get down. Half court. Here come. I got ball.
Clippers have it.
No hands.
George lets it fly. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lonzo with it. His guys leading by 14. The drive right to the basket. Montrezl Harrell pins it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Throws it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lets it fly from long range. Had to rush that one, and it's no good.
Get back.
Knocked loose.
Here we go.
4-3. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Clippers have got it. Knocked loose. Pelicans. Pushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, If your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
PG lets it fly. Okafor with the rebound. Stuffs it down with authority. They cannot be stopped right now.
Sometimes your opponent is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Now Doc wants a timeout. The train is off the tracks to start this one.
Yes, it has been a terrific beginning of the game for one team, but usually I might lie to viewers, tell you, hey, just... I can't lie to you. If you want to turn your TV sets off, please be my guest. You're watching the same thing I am, a blowout.
Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Shoot it.
Pelicans have it. Flushes it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Get back.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Shot from the lane won't go. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Pelicans own a sizable lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Holiday in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
New Orleans will take it up. Montrezl Harrell tips it. Kawhi Leonard, 4 out of 10.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Holiday controls the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Knocked loose. Pelicans get it back. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Because in certain be the giant in the paint.
Clippers have the basketball. Taken by the Pelicans. Big finish at the rim.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Defense, let's go.
And finishes strong.
If you know a guy is a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Holiday with a shot that won't fall. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it. Clippers have it. Taken by the Pelicans. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Montrezl Harrell swats it. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it. And throws it down.
And ball movement is one of those great things. One of the things you learn early in this game is that if everybody gets involved, then everyone has a chance to win.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions.
Knocked loose. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Ball with it up top. He'll run the offense. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Clippers recover. Going to launch beyond the arc. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And he hits.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
New Orleans has it. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Whoa! What a finish!
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Knocked loose. Beverly. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
You go back to the principles, things that we...
Flushes down the slam. Ah, Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
The wait is over, fans. We've added 4 items to our team shops, including the fan favorite throwback jerseys. Get one for yourself before they're all gone.
Everybody pick up, everybody
Goes reverse to lay it in.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. It's theirs now. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Clippers have got it. Can't connect from inside. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
From long range, buries the trifecta.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
George, short jumper misses. The follow won't go either. Clips able to recover. Kawhi Leonard. A fundamental shot right there.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Pelicans basketball. Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Throws it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Has a look. And he hits.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Got it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
New Orleans going to take it up.
That's me. I got ball.
Fires the three. Had to force that one, but it's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Fires the three. Count the triple.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
And breaks it up. Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. A very one.
The Pelicans certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. The Clippers have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Clippers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Pelicans entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they get back to Ed.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Beyond the arc for 3. Had to rush that one, and it's no good. Knocked loose. Oh, he's denied.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted.
And a putback slam.
Good shot, Money.
Woo,
Good shot,
that's
Money.
nasty right there.
Watch the cutter, watch the cutter.
Knocked loose. Pelicans have it.
Come on, man.
For 3. Oh, Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes in the basketball heavens, drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's Pelicans ball. Knocked loose. Lets it fly from long range. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
4-3. Oh, he'll take that.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here's Leonard for 2. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
And knocks it down. And, Jay, the system produces once again. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
I know there's that old saying that says 1 man can't beat 5, but we're watching 1 man carry 4 others. Their players, his back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Count it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Pelicans have the basketball. Going to launch beyond the arc. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Number 21, Patrick Beverly.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
And the finish at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot point, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Strong finish for Paul George. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Kawhi Leonard, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
LA Clippers with the basketball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Trying to cash in. Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Cruises inside for two.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here's a chance from long range. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know the ref's on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
From long range, and drains it. Paul George, 4-2. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
I got ball. Pick up.
Fires the three, and it's good. It's LA Clippers ball. Count the bucket for two.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with the easy lay right there.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a...
Add 2 points to the board.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Beyond the arc for three. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
You know, from a point guard perspective, One of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lou Williams sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
For three, he drills the three.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
And count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lets it fly from long range. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Oh, yes, me and you. Catch up, y'all.
Has a look. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And he finishes at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
4-3. Had to force that one, but it's no good. Got a piece of it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence.
The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Holiday. Drew Holiday. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Knocked loose. Clippers recover. Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Knocked loose. Pelicans have it. More shot. Oh, I can't connect. It's the Clippers with the possession now. J.J. Redick rejects it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Knocked loose. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. And he knocks it down, Jay.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Drew Holiday. 4 out of 7.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's That's a big finish. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. New Orleans will take it up. Has a chance. Shot by Holiday. No good.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get...
Slams it home on the putback.
Ooh, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 22, Maurice Harkless.
Off the assist.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these types of plays to win this game.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. And a throwdown. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Clippers have the basketball. Knocked loose. Flushes down the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
D. Favors may never become the star that some of us expected him to be for a guy taking 3rd overall in the 2010 NBA draft. But what he has done is build himself a very solid NBA career by being a strong, low-post presence.
Knocked loose. Clips able to recover.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Doesn't get the bounce. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it. Easy path to the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Kawhi Leonard with a piece. Lou Williams. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
The shot denied by Okafor. Knocked loose. And he hits.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just his shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. LA Clippers with the basketball. Knocked loose, and they retain the possession. Here's a chance from long range. Drills the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. From long range, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Knocked loose. New Orleans has it. Knocked loose. Pelicans recover. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Rises for the slam. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. 20-footer at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Pelicans won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Clippers lost this game long before the final buzzer. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a player. The Pelicans put on a show in a blowout. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Pelicans could not have been more dominant. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.